All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, documenting the end of the classic rock era and so much more, and doing what I do in real time. I'm going to talk quietly for just a few real people out here, just like you and just like me. So my voice is too quiet, it's distorted, it's too loud, it's too soft. Folks, it's another fun day in Dave Land. All right. It's good that my own sense of humor seems to keep me happy and upbeat because with all the social media mayhem, the actual real fake news, it's real fake news. It's not fake news, it's real fake news. With all of that, it's hard to tell if people are actually posting the truth. Well, Paul McCartney apparently is teasing. This is what the article says, and it's on a reputable website. This is, the iHeart Media Industrial Complex, where all the radio station websites, they get the same stories. I mean, you think they would tailor the information just a little bit for wherever it's going. Like if there's something happening in Arkansas, it should be noted. Whereas if it's a different happening over in Colorado, that should be noted as well. But this just comes from the mothership of news and information, which, again, it's not always reliable, but it's probably a little more reliable than the fake news that's been generated the last couple of days regarding certain people doing certain charitable works, which didn't happen. Okay, it just didn't happen. It may happen in the future, but it hasn't happened. So, Paul McCartney. Now, I've been beaten to shreds when I've said that Paul can no longer sing. I've been beaten to a pulp, and I expect it again. Paul McCartney has difficulty singing these days, all right? And look, he's been singing for what, 60-something years? So, yeah, it totally makes sense that Paul McCartney might have difficulty hitting those notes. But again, as my rock star friend says, he's got the full old man warble. And what's good about Paul McCartney, though, is he's Paul McCartney, right? And people will say, hey, I'll see Paul McCartney no matter what. I'll pay the $500 to sit in. No, it's not 500, Dave. I got tickets for 120 each. I don't know what you're talking about. You're exaggerating. Okay, I'm exaggerating. It's a lot of money. See, here's the deal. I saw Paul McCartney back in 1990. And no, I'm not saying that to rub it in or to make people feel bad. I get that too. Well, not everybody has, your life experiences and, you're old, so you've seen things and you shouldn't rub it in. Here's the deal. I'm saying that, yes, in kind of a prideful way that I got to see Paul McCartney when he could still sing, right? And so that's a good thing. But here's my advice. If Sir Paul does go on tour, which it looks like he's going to, I'd go see him, especially if you haven't seen him, because then you can tell all your friends, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, you could tell them, hey, I saw Paul McCartney. I did. And it was an amazing show because it was Paul McCartney. Now, thankfully, Paul has a great band, and they will be drowning him out, hopefully. They'll be singing as loud as he is, and you won't be able to hear him all that much. And then, of course, you've got the crowd doing the karaoke. This is what these concerts are all about these days. And please don't tell me that's not true, because every one of these concerts where there is someone who has questionable vocal skills, I notice that the audience is encouraged to sing louder and louder. Sometimes the artist is just like, here's the microphone, guys. Here it is. Go ahead. I'll take a little break. I mean, it's a great trick. Everybody gets involved. Everybody, because they're all social media bound these days, they're probably taking video of themselves singing these songs. This is how bad it is. In the old days, we used to do crazy stuff. We used to sit there, right? Just sit there. Sometimes we'd stand, but mostly sitting. Sometimes we'd clap. Sometimes we'd cheer. Sometimes we'd yell. But we'd actually watch the concert. I know that's crazy, right? It's just we didn't have a device. They weren't invented yet. Thank the Lord, right? Thank God. You could just go and take it in with your eyes. When I saw Paul McCartney back in 1990, I watched the concert and it was amazing. It was one of the better concerts I'd seen to that point and probably throughout my entire life. So, do I want to go see Paul McCartney now? The only thing that would be interesting about seeing McCartney now is just the spectacle, all right? The people watching, the reactions when Paul sings. Maybe there'll be some older ladies swooning like they did, what, in 1965 or something. Maybe people will pass out because of all the excitement. I don't know. But here's the scoop on this. The Rock and Roll Hall of Famer seems to be teasing new tour dates, sharing a photo on his Instagram. Now, if he's sharing photos on Instagram, I think it's probably more than teasing. Story of two pics, one with his name written on it, pics meaning, I guess, pictures, got back in 2025 written on the other. So a picture of Paul with his name written, and then got back in 2025. You know what would be cool? If Paul McCartney decided to bring Sir Mix-a-Lot on the road, because then it would be Sir Paul and Sir Mix-a-Lot, and you could have the Baby Got Back in 2025 tour. See how I did that? I think that's brilliant. Someone call management and let them know about this. And what a combo, too. You know how people like different genres now and you mix and match and doesn't really matter what kind of music they're playing. And maybe even Paul could get Sir Mix-a-Lot in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Why not, right? Everybody else is going in. So McCartney launched his Got Back tour in 2022. So this would be another leg of that tour 3 years later. That started in Spokane, beautiful Spokane, Washington, wrapping up with a big performance in Glastonbury in the UK. The tour has since hit Europe, Australia, Latin America, and more, with the last leg touring Europe for a second time. That leg wrapped up last year in December with 2 nights at the O2, which included a reunion with Ringo. Now, I'll tell you what, speaking of Ringo, I would so go see Ringo right now, and I would do it because of the music. I wouldn't do it because of the spectacle, because Ringo still looks and sounds great. He just turned 85, by the way, and he's up there still playing drums. He's got some help, but he doesn't sound all that bad when he sings. Of course, Ringo never had the amazing vocal capabilities, but it doesn't matter. He's Ringo. So of the two of these, I think I would prefer to go see Ringo. I know that's crazy. See, I've already seen Paul, and I haven't seen Ringo. So it makes sense. And you should see the Beatle you haven't seen yet. Plus, you get Steve Lukather. You get that all-star band. I know people will disagree with me. I know the disagreements, they're gonna be fast and furious. Please be careful of what you say in the comment section. Otherwise, I'm shutting that mother down soon. I'm about ready to do it now as it is. But I want to thank the people that put up with me and watch these videos. Again, I will say this. If you haven't seen Paul McCartney, go see him, because then you can tell people that you went to see him, regardless of what it sounds like. And with all the singing from the band and the audience, does it really matter if Paul can sing or not? Not really. No, I think it'll be a great show. It'll be a spectacle, and you'll be on your phone the whole time. So what does it matter? Take some video. Yeah, take tons of video. And you know, you'll preserve the show forever. Not that show would ever be uploaded to a platform by someone else. So just take the concert video and enjoy yourself and buy some t-shirts, spend a couple of grand and enjoy your life because you know what? Life is short. Paul McCartney now in his 80s. Time goes by quickly and just, grab all the gusto you can while you can.